Hey guys, it's Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. I'm here with Michael, my husband, today. We're going to be
I'm
doing
just your husband today.
I just mean today I've got you here on with me. You're not always on with me. Today we're doing the May Painters Clubhouse Showcase. This is an opportunity for you guys to take a peek behind the curtain at what we've been doing inside the clubhouse. It's also an opportunity for Michael to take a look at what all you guys have been painting, because he doesn't normally get to see all of that. He's not in the Facebook group. He just hears me talk about it, and every once in a while I'll show him a picture or two. So if you're not a Painters Clubhouse member and you want to know more about our amazing group, you can find out more at paintersclubhouse.com. That is where we have the page with all the information on it. And it is an awesome group where we teach door hanger painting every month. There's well over 1,000 women in there, and they all post pictures every day of what they're painting, what they're working on. And I don't know about you, but it really inspires me to see what these ladies are painting, because we come out with over 20 different designs every month at shopdoorhangers.com. And I don't get to paint all of them. And so it's really fun for me to scroll through the clubhouse and see designs that the clubhouse members have painted that maybe I designed and haven't gotten a chance to paint. Hey, Joanne. Hello, Ree and Amy and Lisa and Benny. Are you trying to move out of the camera?
No, I'm not trying to move out of the camera.
He's trying to get situated.
If I thought I could get away with it, I might.
He usually sits on the other side of the camera, and he goes, "Why do you have my chair on that side today?" I said, "So you can sit with me and they can see you." You may make us bigger so they can see us a little bigger?
I'm good. I'm
good.
Yep.
But you're so cute.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to warm him up to this one bit at a time. Hey, Laura. There's Linda Scarborough and Laura Davis and Jennifer Miller. Hey, Karen. She said, "I love the Painters Clubhouse." How many of our hashtag PC sisters do we have watching right now? I would love to know. Corey says, "Michael's gotten uglier since the last time he saw him." I guess that's the kind of thing a brother would say to a brother.
Mm-hmm. I still look better than him.
Amy, I believe there is a template for that fish design. It should be in the clubhouse somewhere. It might be a summertime design. Okay, let's get started with our showcase. Hey, Deanna. Some highlights from the month of May. We had special guest Heidi Easley come in and talk to us all about how to do paint parties. This was a business bonus where we don't teach business on the regular in the Painters Clubhouse, but once a quarter, we've decided to start having different guest experts come in. So Heidi was our guest expert for the spring, and she came and talked to us about starting a paint party business. We got into some really good conversation during this live. And so if that is something you've been struggling with and you're a Clubhouse member, go check out that live. I'm sure you'll find some tips and tricks that'll help you get your paint parties started. In the fall, we plan to have a guest expert on craft fairs. So that will be coming in August. So I'm looking forward to that, because fall is perfect time for craft fairs.
Amy Langford said something. The fish that Murray's sister did a while back, does it have a template or only the blank?
It has the template, I believe. It should be in the clubhouse, probably under the summer category. Hey, Denise. Hi, Elaine. Let's see. We also had guest expert Sandy McTeer come in the group. Now, Sandy, if you do not know her, she is a deco art. I don't know what her official title is, but I called her like a brand ambassador or something like that. But she also travels internationally for deco art. She got to go to Germany a month or two ago and teach art lessons there with Deco Arts products. I'm like, Sandy, next time you need a wing girl to go on a trip with you, just give me a call. But she is super knowledgeable about all of Deco Arts products and what they do. And she came in and taught this beautiful daisy beehive design to our clubhouse. And she shared a lot of really good tips in that tutorial. Hey, Jennifer, glad you were able to catch us live. Hey, Linda. Also in May, I taught the summertime heart design 2 different ways. So the first way is the one that I'm holding there in the picture. We painted it like that at Painters Clubhouse live here in Kentucky back in April. It's kind of got like a tiki hut island type vibe with the hibiscus and the flowers. And then I painted again a couple of weeks later in the clubhouse, but we did it more on like an advanced level. So I don't know if you can see right in the corner of that picture, I used a writer bottle to add lines to the blank before I painted the blank. This once the rider bottle dried, it allowed the paint to look textured on top of the wood. So it was really cool. And so that was a really fun sort of advanced tutorial. There's Sandy. She said, I'm just logging on. I'd love to have you as my wing girl any day. I'm sure Michael's like, do you need some muscle? I can carry some paints into, if you're going to Germany or wherever. Sandy is all over the globe. Every time I look, you're like traveling somewhere else. Okay, she's officially called a creative consultant for Deco Art. I couldn't remember what your title was, but she is a very talented artist and has a lot of knowledge about Deco Art's products. So we were really pleased to have her in the clubhouse. Hey, Laura. Okay, let's take a look at some of the designs that our members painted using Sandy's tutorial. I see Tammy Waterworth did hers. And then, hang on, I got to make this bigger because I can't read those names. Teresa Clever, Terry Smith, and Nelda Brandon all painted the daisy beehives. Sandy, I think they did such a good job. Michael says he likes Nelda's. What do you like about Nelda's?
It's something about the color of the beehive, and it's darker on the edges and the lighter parts.
She used a little bit of warmer colors. They look richer.
It gives it, I guess it gives it like almost a little more depth.
Yes. Sandy said you all did an amazing job. So Sandy was the one that taught this project. So that was really fun. Oh, look, it's a whole family affair. We got Charlie in here with us now.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Are you looking at the projects that the clubhouse members have done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one of those is your favorite?
I think it's
It's hard to pick.
Yeah.
Oh, she likes Nelda's too. Nelda's, yours is a favorite amongst Michael and Charlie. They really like the rich colors you used on your honeycomb or beehive. I wanted to say honeycomb. I was like, that's not right.
But I also like them because they're a little bit lighter.
Yeah, they all did a really good job. And then Teresa's also got her summertime heart in the photo also, which is the one I taught.
I love it.
Hey, Jackie. Hi, Sherry. Okay, next up, we've got Deanna Jones and Lauren Martin, Teresa Clever, Danelle Warburton. All of these ladies did the summertime heart, but Deanna took the flowers from that heart and transferred them to a wooden round instead of like cutting them out like the heart. So I thought that was really clever. Teresa did hers with the white background. Like I said, when we taught this design, we did it two different ways. The first time I did it with light buttermilk in the background and a little bit of sable brown for like the wood grain. And then the second time I taught it, I did it with like white and gray to look a little bit more like farmhouse shiplap. So I like both ways. I really can't pick a favorite. Sandy said Nelda did an awesome job shading to make those bees stand out. I agree. Sherry says, I love seeing everyone's work.
Wait, can I show
I always
them
like
these?
the wooden.
Can I show them?
Yeah, in a minute.
I always like the wooden look to it, as far as it's got the lines in it, and it, of course, I like stain, and that's one of the reasons I like stain is it kind of shows wood grain.
Yeah. Hang on. We're going to pause our showcase because Charlie has a showcase of her own. She did some crafting in here all by herself the other day on paper plates. So show them what you made.
So I was painting something, and then I used my other brown paints, mixed them in a glob, and then I started using puff paint.
Let me hold it a little closer so they can see the detail.
It's like a bundle of trees into one.
So she used puff paints to make these. And she said these are like the tree trunks.
And then I made this for my friend.
So it's like a smiling forest. Like a happy forest with apples and oranges and trees and sprinkles in the trees. That's pretty too.
That's the sun.
She really loves the puff paints. Do I have any puff paint left or did they all get used up?
You still have some.
She said I still have some. Karen said, great job, Charlie. She loves it.
Thank
Delane said, that is so cute.
And Laura hopes you have a good summer.
And Sandy says she loves how I did the rider tip trick. Back to work. Okay, see you later, Sandy. And Sandy McWhirter said you did a gorgeous job, Charlie. So
Thank you.
And she loves it. Karen loves their pretty colors.
Thank you.
Lots of sweet comments. I think you need to do a project like that on your YouTube channel sometime soon. We've been talking about how she hasn't done any YouTube videos in quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a little behind, aren't you? We gotta work
on some.
A little busy.
But also I have to go.
Okay.
Back to please.
Bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you too.
Take your paintings with you.
I will.
Okay, back to the showcase. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Here are a few more of the summertime hearts. Michelle Davis, Donna Bowditch, and Laura Rawson completed these. Michelle said, I loved this door hanger. This is my second one. My first was the Americana truck, so I'm excited to paint more. I started the house, but I haven't finished yet. And my next will be the beehive from the companion pack. I've learned so much from this one, like the tape method for doing the shiplap. Little things like that are going to make painting a breeze for you, Michelle. So keep doing these projects. Every project, you're going to learn something new. I'm so impressed that this one was only your second one you've ever done. So welcome to the club. All right. Let's see. Here are a few other projects that aren't necessarily ones we taught this month, but we love seeing all the projects that the Clubhouse does every month. So Heather Stinson said, I painted 2 door hangers for my mom and mother-in-law for Mother's Day. So she did a Hello Sunshine that looks like half of a lemon. And then on the other one, it's a really pretty hummingbird and flower design. Now, neither one of these are ones that we sell in our shop. So she probably bought those templates also elsewhere, but we love to see pictures of projects, no matter whether they're our designs or not. I'm always inspired. What did you have to say about
No,
them?
I was just.
You're admiring them?
Yeah, I need glasses.
Well, here, I've got them pulled up bigger on this screen. So you
But
can see
yeah,
the
but then it
pictures.
looks weird if I'm like, hey, look.
Get up there. Charlotte O'Neill painted the Garden Gate Angel design. This was from probably back in like March or April. I think it was March. We taught this in the Clubhouse. It was taught by Miss Elizabeth Stull. She was a guest artist. So I'm glad to see that one being painted. April Ballard did her first ever Painters Clubhouse sign. She said, I painted it for my mother-in-law. It is a flowers in a water can. So that is a Clubhouse design. It's an old one from a couple years ago. She brought it to life with new words that say, you plant seeds of love.
I like that.
And then Christy Smart said, I just finished this Mother's Day project and I'm so pleased with it. It's a really cute little, I don't know what you call that, like a little stand with a little hook on it. And so it's like a miniature door hanger stand. And she hung the little flowers for mom design on it.
Looks like that's on her porch or something.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Okay. I know. Okay.
And okay, thank you.
I'm tracking.
Would you like to come say hi to all the ladies?
Yeah, come here, Brett.
Charlie got to say hi to everybody. Do you want to come say hi?
I mean, if Travis wasn't working, then we'd have everybody saying hi.
All the kids are popping in because it is summer now. They are all out from school. So Brett is coming in here to say hi. He's delaying. But leave that alone. Get over here.
I dropped it.
This is my son, Brett. Look how he's growing. You're going to be in high school this fall. And we got braces. Great. Show them your braces. No, don't show them your. There we go. He used to like to be on camera a little more than he does now. Let's see. Okay, last one on this page. Jennifer Holloway did a hello design with flowers at the top. And I don't know about you, but those blue flowers, I thought it was like fabric or something when I first saw it. I thought it was like Mod Podged fabric or wrapping paper or something. She did such a good job on these. And you don't usually see floral patterns like this with all one color of flower. So it's like a really cool monochromatic look to it. Mostly blue. It's pretty. Great job on that, Jennifer. Some other designs in the Clubhouse this week are all patriotic. So with Memorial Day having just happened and 4th of July on the way, you'll be seeing lots of patriotic door hangers in the Clubhouse. Pam Potts-Keeler did the Hello Summer with the 3D letters. So did Norma Miller. Cynthia Vyrick did the flag with the flowers and the patriotic owl. Now, the patriotic owl was in the big box of blanks this past quarter.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun to see those painted. Linda Helser did I think she did all of the new patriotic ones that we came out with that week. There were like 5 of them that had the peace, love, and something else. And so she's been posting those and doing them.
I like the shading on that bottom left.
Boots. Oh, on the boots. Yeah, she did a really good job on those. And I really like that red, white, and boom. All 5 of those are actually every one on this page is a Southern Adornments design. So great job, ladies. Deanna Sims said, I am in love with this one. It is a succulent, like cactus pot. This is an old design from the Clubhouse, and she used the Spanish tile stencil that we have in our shop on the bottom. I haven't seen this design in a while, so it was really fun to see her bring this one back. It's always fun when we have new Clubhouse members come in. They start perusing through the member library, and they find designs like this that I'd kind of forgotten about, and then they paint them and bring them back to life. So that's neat.
I like that gone fishing.
The Gone Fishing. Yes, that's a design we sell in our shop.
Some good
Una Beavers
colors.
painted it. She said, I've been wanting to paint this guy for a long time, and I finally had the time. I think he turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
Laura Peterson did a couple of summer designs. She did a little flamingo floaty. Charlie actually has a pool float that's almost exactly like this. It's like you sit on the back of the flamingo. It's huge. So that's kind of fun. But she did it on a 12-inch side. I did teach this one on a Facebook Live a couple of years ago as a 12-inch piece. And it used to be the O on my welcome porch leaner. But I left it out there so long that eventually it sun faded and stuff. I didn't protect it very well with spray. But it looks great. Laura, you did a good job. She also took the retro swimsuit design from the Clubhouse and transferred it to a 5x7 wooden block. So if you don't have anything else to paint on, go find some scrap wood and make yourself something that's like a little shelf sitter. It's a really, really great idea. Holly Smith painted the welcome to our coop that I did. It's hanging up behind Michael here. We painted it live on Tuesday. She said, I loved painting this one. I used the template and it wasn't too bad. If you remember during the live, we talked about how detailed this template is because it's got that chicken wire design in the background and the letters. So it can be a lot to trace. But it turned out beautifully, Holly. You did a really good job. Melanie Johnson got a couple of flowers finished. These are some little designs we released a couple of months ago in the shop. One of them's more like a sunflower and the other one's just like a little whimsical Gerber daisy. And those turned out great. I love how whimsical they are with the little stripes on the stems. And then Emmy B. Helser said, I'm delighted with the result. I had this one for over a year and I finally felt confident enough to paint it. How many of you guys have a door hanger blank sitting around that's been sitting there for over a year and you've been too scared to paint it?
I don't know about scared. It's just a matter of taking time to sit down and finish it. I've started it.
Yeah.
Although there are some patriotic ones that I wouldn't mind doing.
You still have the sunflower from Miss Pam
And the pumpkin.
Savage's class that she taught in July of 2022 at Southern Endurance Live in Dallas.
I'm pacing myself.
You just need to pull off the Band-Aid, rip the Band-Aid off and finish painting it. Laura says that's me. What design is it, Laura? Which one are you waiting to paint that you haven't painted because it's just sitting there? Oh, Danelle says Aloha Summer. That one is a more like technical one. So I can see why you might have been putting it off, but now's the perfect time because summer is upon us, Danelle.
Jennifer said the bunny on the black background.
Oh, yeah. Don't be scared of that one. I think that one seems really intimidating because it's got a lot of like what feels like very artistic brushstrokes. But the myth of it is that you have to be really artistic to paint that one. What you really just need is a little bit of white with almost every color that you're doing, and it makes it look artistic.
And Laura said Lola, the Highland Cat. I really like the Lola Highland Cat.
Yeah, but at first glance, that one looks really hard. So a lot of people put it off. So that's what she's saying is she probably
in
put
some
it off.
ways it's like this because the hair and different.
Yeah, because you really do have to lean into like your instincts with where to put certain colors and how much you need and when to stop. It's different than just like painting something a solid color. And so if you have to lean into your instincts about when too much is too much or when to put just enough, it intimidates people in because it's a little abstract.
Let's see. I don't feel so bad. Kim Collins Hayes says she has those from the Dallas Live that she's needing to finish. So see, she's pacing herself. I'm pacing myself.
Jennifer says I'm gonna do it, but I'm a tad bit intimidated about that bunny. Don't be intimidated. Just take it step by step. Follow my video, and I promise you, at the end of it, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm so proud of myself. And if you get to that point where you feel really frustrated and it's not turning out right, walk away. Maybe go eat a snack, take a break, go to bed, come back the next day. Things always look a little better the next day. You give yourself a little more grace after you've had some time away from the paint.
Now, Linda's still got quite a few more to paint. Now, also Linda, me and her were talking, and she is working on getting out there with a jigsaw or scroll saw and cutting her first door hanger too.
Linda, I want to hear about it when you do, but I'm going to be a little sad when she finally figures that out because we won't get to see her very often anymore. Linda comes to the shop about once a week or every other and picks up orders, so we wouldn't be able to see her very often if she starts cutting her own blanks. Funny story, Linda, if you're watching right now, and I haven't even told Michael this. I had a dream last night that he and I were going on our cruise because we do have a cruise planned in September, and in my dream, the cruise got canceled. and we needed a place to stay, and we stayed at Linda Holzhauser's house. She had a spare bedroom and let us stay at her house. This was in a dream, y'all. That didn't really happen. But I dreamed that we stayed at Linda's house for a night before traveling back home, because we'd driven so far to go get on this cruise ship. And we were going to have to turn around and drive all the way back home. And before we drove home, she was like, y'all, I've got an extra bedroom. Y'all just come stay a night and rest. So, Linda, I don't know what that says about me or about you, but maybe we're like family now.
Apparently, I was in Kim Collins Hayes, the
Sunflower class. Yeah, that's funny. You've got to finish that sunflower.
It's going to get there.
Okay, let's move on to some wins here in the clubhouse. So we love hearing about our clubhouse members' wins. Lauren Martin shared that she's been playing with the new laser machine that she got, and she cut out her first door hanger with 3D pieces. She did the Hello Summer. And she said she just got the Thunder Nova 51. So that's like maybe now the third size up in the Novas. So I originally had the Nova 24. There's also a 35 and a 51. And so the 51 is quite big, but it's really great if you plan on using it for business. Heather Shackelford got 4 orders this week from wearing her paint earrings that Tamara gave her. We've talked about this before. If you wear a shirt with something painting on it, or even if it's just splattered with paint, or if you wear earrings that look like paint palettes, or you carry a paintbrush, or not a paintbrush, an ink pen that looks like a paintbrush. I have some of these in my shop. Little things like that. When you go to the bank or Walmart or whatever, and you're signing a check or signing your deposit slip at the bank, people will comment and they'll say, oh, your earrings are so cute. The conversation can end there. Or you can say, thank you. I wear them because I paint door hangers. And when you say that, that opens them up to then respond with, what's a door hanger? Or, oh, that's so cool. And then when they say that's so cool, you can say, here, let me show you, and have like a little album in your phone with 4 or 5 of your favorite door hangers and whip it out and show it to them. You never know when you're going to get orders from that. Heather Shackelford got 4 orders from wearing paint palette earrings this past week. So I think that's really cool. Courtney Melton said, I sold 5 door hangers. Way to go, Courtney. Toby Durham sold a matching door hanger and welcome board set.
Oh.
And Nancy Beeson said, after having to cancel multiple parties due to no painters, she had 21 people yesterday and is going to have 9 or more on Wednesday and 13 on Saturday. It sounds like things are looking up, Nancy.
And the more those things, like word of mouth, people get together, they'll paint, they'll have a good time, and word of mouth will get around, and that'll pick up. And I think, because you started off pretty slow, and then eventually you got pretty busy.
I had several parties where there was one party I remember in particular where I was supposed to have 17 people, and 10 out of the 17 did not show up. You talk about mad. I was mad because, number one, I was mad at myself because I didn't take the money up beforehand. So I lost out on a lot of income that I would have had. I was mad too because I had spent the entire afternoon cutting all those door hangers out. So I cut out 10 of them that I didn't even need to cut out.
With the jigsaw.
Third reason I was mad was because I drove 45 minutes to this town to do this party, which if it had been just down the road, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But it's like when you drive that far to go do a party, you want to make it worth your while. And less than half the people showing up was really frustrating. So I understand the frustration, Nancy. Thank you for reporting back and letting us know things are looking up. She's telling you this to let you know that sometimes you just got to keep at it. You got to pivot. You got to not let it get you down and not give up. So
I think about that. You were showing me the TikTok about the Savannah bananas.
Yeah.
And the guy was talking, and him and his wife had bought like this $1 million. They'd spent, I guess, $1 million.
They bought like a baseball team or something.
Yeah, the whole stadium and everything. It was like a minor league team. And how many? His first game, he sold 3 tickets.
Yeah, it was like hardly anything. If you've never heard this story before, I think you guys have probably heard of the Savannah Bananas. They're like a really fun baseball team that do performances, and they like dance while they're playing baseball and all this stuff. Google the origin story for how they got started. It is such an inspiring story. I mean, they went like over $1 million in debt just to get this business started, but they pivoted and they made themselves stand apart from every other baseball team out there. And it was just so inspiring.
And I mean, you sit there and you spend that much money and then sell 3 tickets.
I know.
I mean,
It's got to be
the blow that would, but the guy's like, well, let's figure out a different way to go around it. It is a great story. You definitely need to look it up.
Linda says we're more than welcome to come stay with her anytime.
And she said even if she starts cutting her door hangers, she'll still come to visit.
Okay, good. They are the Globetrotters, but with baseball. Yep. Yeah, definitely. Okay, some more wins in the clubhouse. Danetta Mattingly shared the hardest challenge that she's done lately, which was this Derby Day door hanger. I designed this one, and y'all, I was a little worried about it when I designed it because I was like, it does have a lot of details. I try to stay away from designing stuff that's so technical like this all the time, but every once in a while I just want to. And so it was really fun to see Danetta create this one and bring it to life, and you did a beautiful job.
She did do a really good job on that.
She also did those sunflowers that are right there in the middle. And she said, I have a confession to make. I had this one since last year because it came in the big box of blanks and I was so nervous to try it. But I've been gaining confidence, and thanks to this club and thanks to Tamara, I did it. I followed the foil. I loved the foiling technique. I'm going to order some products and try it on other door hangers. If you haven't tried it, you should. Yeah, this was a one that we did in the clubhouse a few years ago, and then we also sent it out in the big box of blanks last fall. So it's fun to see that Danetta finally got around to painting it. I'm glad you enjoyed the foiling. Amy Iverson said, I've been a PC member for about 3 years, and I just painted for enjoyment and gifting things to family and friends. But I had somebody ask for a custom design recently, and I sold my first door hanger. I may have to start selling my door hangers from now on because it's such a rewarding feeling.
She's got her own pallet wall.
Oh, yeah. Or that's the floor. Oh, well, no, it is hanging on something, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty. I wanted to point out what Amy said. It's a rewarding feeling. When you sell a door hanger, it is so rewarding because it's validating that your art is quote unquote good enough for somebody else to want it. And I think a lot of times we sit and compare ourselves to everybody else and we wonder whether our art is good enough or whether we did a good enough job painting it. But when somebody's willing to trade hard-earned money for something you painted, it is so rewarding.
And I don't know how, I know me, whenever I create something or I do something or I work on something, I'll agonize over it. And then if I go to show it to you, even to you, like the first thing I'm going to point out is like, yeah, there's a mistake here. And because that's what for whatever reason, whenever I look at something and the rest of it, and it may look good, but my eyes automatically go to that. And that's also, when someone's willing to buy it, that I guess kind of tampers down how loud that is. Well, there's this flaw and that flaw that's going on in your head. It stamps that down, and I don't know, it makes you feel good.
Yeah, he's pretty quick to point out the flaws and the things he works in and show me what went wrong with the project. But that's just what we do. We are our own worst critic a lot of times, but other people don't notice that. Okay, Heather Shackelford said, well, ladies, I couldn't have done this without you. From asking a million questions to the wonderful suggestions of no bow, use the beads. I hope you enjoy them. So Heather was struggling with these two projects and couldn't decide whether to add a bow to them or not. And with as much detail as she has and hard work in painting these, I would hate to cover up any of that with a bow. So some of the ladies in the clubhouse suggested that she use colorful wooden beads for the hanger instead of adding a bow. And so this was her sharing her final product and saying thank you for all the suggestions.
Really good job.
She did. It's really pretty. Both of these, no, the welcome y'all with the cactuses and the serape and all that is in the clubhouse. It was taught by Maria Martinez a while back. And then the Some Beach Somewhere I've taught on Facebook and YouTube before. Lauren Martin said, I can't say enough about these designs. I absolutely love how they turned out. She did the Hello Summer with the popsicle also. I really love the yellow polka dot background on that one and the bright, colorful letters. Emmy B. Helser painted a design from the clubhouse that looks like a composition notebook, which is a really great like back to school teacher gift or an end of the school year teacher appreciation gift. The letters at the end that say speech teacher are made to look like a sticker sticking it on the notebook, which is so cool. And then of course it's got a little flare pin there on the side.
She did a really good job with the black and white.
Yeah, that's the technique that we taught when we did that door hanger. It was really fun. Linda Helser said, I attended a small craft show on Saturday and sold 3 door hangers, 2 little beaded angels, and a knitted fish, and got an order for a yard sign. She said, I also finished this sign for my brother and delivered it to him today. So this design, the welcome with like the streaky rainbow look in the background, we taught that back in January here in the clubhouse. So that's a really fun one. We actually used a palette knife to kind of blend the colors together. It's really fun. Janet Hunter sold her first door hanger today, 3 Americana trucks in one summertime at a 2-hour fundraiser event. She said it was so exciting to see others appreciate my work and they want to come back also. I'm glad it was a success for you, Janet.
I like her little display thing.
Yeah, I do too. Kind of looks like old closet doors or something. Nancy Duvall has said she has had a win because she painted every night this week. Well, I'm glad to hear that. You should be really relaxed after all that painting. Nancy Beeson has worked on designs for summer parties and attended a Zoom meeting for a new venture that she's seriously considering adding to her business. So I'm excited to hear about that. And then Stacy Glenn has worked in her new craft room today for a few hours, getting it ready to put on the tabletop. Sounds like she's making a craft desk like what I paint on. So I hope that went well, Stacy. We've also had lots of paint parties starting up in the clubhouse. Dina Klingerman, Ella Bartz, Cindy Fowler, Christy Smart all had parties. Christy's party, she lost her voice right before the party. Could not talk at all. She said, thank you for all the prayers because the clubhouse ladies were praying for her. She said the host did all of the speaking for her since she had lost her voice. So that was nice that the host kicked in and helped her out. Dina Klingerman said her fundraiser was a paint party was a fundraiser with over 20 people and was to benefit a local therapeutic horse riding program. Ella Bart said that they did the Patriotic Quilt Square and everybody had a great time. That was in Roxborough, North Carolina. And then Cindy Fowler said, who knew this would be my life 4 years ago? I can't wait to retire and do this full time. I'm so happy for you, Cindy. All right, and then we've got some new Clubhouse members. After our Americana Truck Workshop, we welcomed several new Clubhouse sisters. It's been so fun to see their faces and their smiles popping in the Clubhouse. We sent them a little bit of happy mail so they can paint their own little paint palette earrings and wear it to the bank and try to get orders for door hangers or use their little paintbrush ink pens. So it's fun to see these ladies post their pictures. And then we have a new Clubhouse rock star this month, Miss Elizabeth Douglas. She's been showing up in the Clubhouse and encouraging others and posting pictures. So thank you for that, Elizabeth. We also had a Zoom paint party, which I took part in this past month as well. We had lots of newbies hop on there asking questions and just chit-chatting with us. It was a really great time.
Elizabeth was the one that I talked to about where she could get MDF at.
Yes, okay. You and Elizabeth talked a lot after the vendor sale was over. You guys had a good time. We also do something called weekly powwows every Friday. It's very similar to what I'm doing right now. It's like these showcases, but it's just from that week's posts. So if you're a busy person and you don't have time to keep track of the Painters Clubhouse Facebook group feed, you can just pop in on powwow and you'll be all caught up every week. And then, of course, we love to do happy mail giveaways and things like that. So without further ado, here is your grand reveal for what we're going to be painting in the month of June in the Clubhouse. We are doing our very first ever porch leaner in the Clubhouse. So we've never really done one of these before. If you are a Clubhouse member, I'm just going to give you a heads up. You will need to buy a 4-foot long board for this project that is 12 inches wide.
It's 12 inches wide.
Yeah, 12 inches wide, 4 feet long. We're going to be putting 3D letters that say home. And then in the place of the O, you're going to be doing this button daisy design. So we're painting this one 2 different ways. Not 2 different ways, twice. We're doing it as a porch leaner and we're also doing it as a door hanger. So your door hanger and your porch leaner will match. And then it also matches this adorable little project that Christy Bottle from Christy's Craft Room is going to be teaching us. And it is made to be able to sit like on a table or a shelf on your porch. And it looks like a little flower pot with these they look like little button daisies popping out of it. And then that odd little creature that you see on the far end is called an axolotl. Charlie picked this design as her favorite from the new releases that we came out with this past week. They were all kid-friendly designs, and she is planning to do a Zoom paint party for kids in the Clubhouse, teaching how to paint the axolotl. So that ought to be a lot of fun.
As far as the boards, you can go, if you go to Menards or Lowe's or wherever, just get like a construction construction grade board or whatnot. I think it costs like $8, and all you got to do is sand it down a little bit or anything, and it's already cut to the size that you need. So we try to make it to where you just go, you get one board, you sand it, and that's it. There's no cutting. There's not a lot of stuff that you got to do in regards to it.
Laura said my 9-year-old grandson had me cut that one out for him to paint. Talking about the axolotl. Pamela, yes, there will be templates for this one. So we will be releasing those on the 1st of the month, I believe. And then I'm going live in the Clubhouse in just a moment. I'm going to wrap up this live and go live in the Clubhouse to show you exactly what's in the companion pack that month. So if you want to order the wood blanks for this project from us, you will be able to. Now, Christy's project, you'll have to order separately from Christy's group. So give me a moment to try to grab her link, and then I'll go live in the Clubhouse and share that with you all. So it might be a little bit of a delay. I forgot I have to grab her link before I can go live for that. Are there dimensions for the leaner? Yeah, Dixie, 4 feet long by 12 inches wide. Now the actual thickness, I think we have like the 1 inch. No, we have a 2-inch thick board. So we chose the 2-inch for our porch because a wind blows on our porch really badly, and a 1-inch board would just blow right over. So I'm going to recommend, if you get lots of wind, to get a 2-inch thick board.
And but now you can also do the exact same thing. I don't remember because I did get a 1-inch to try it, but it was about the same cost. You can get it in the exact same dimensions, and it'll say, I hate how they'll do 2 by 12, and it's not
always like an estimate.
Well, they've got it set, but the actual size is not 12 inches wide. And when we were cutting and sizing these pieces, they are sized for what's labeled as a 2 by 12.
Right.
But it's not an actual 12.
Yeah. Diana says, I'm not seeing any of y'all's lives on Facebook. Diana, it could be because you were following our old Facebook page that got hacked. So be sure you're following this new page, which is called Southern Adornments. We dropped the word decor on the Facebook page. That way I'd be able to differentiate the new one from the old one. Also, you can comment the word alert here in the comments under this post if you're watching on Facebook, and it will send you a private message in Facebook asking you if you want to be notified next time Tamara's live. Just click yes on that, and we'll send you a notification with the link each time we're live. But be sure you're following this page as well. Okay. Hey, Donna, we were just talking about one of your projects a little while ago. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you in the Clubhouse soon. Bye, y'all.